What up, gamers? Spencer here, and welcome back to Frontline 2 Exilium. So yeah, let's continue. The story now is getting a bit more interesting with Perry being chased down by Springfield, and I'm guessing that Springfield is good. But yeah, we got Groza here talking to us. Commander. The patch is called through, and Groza's familiar voice soon follows. From the look on your face, did something happen, Commander? Groza smiles gently, likely at the sight of my pensive expression. Yeah, there's a small issue that requires your help. Only a small issue. It might not even be an issue for you. I informed Groza of the entire situation surrounding the abnormal Varjagers. So, you want me to contact Brief in your stead while you stay at the fair to lead the dolls in search for Perry? Yes, only you can take care of that for me. Understood. I will make sure it is handled properly. Then I'll leave you to it. Contact me if there's any developments. After hanging up the call, I see two familiar figures approach. Springfield and Tintoresi are slowly walking towards me. Okay, so this is in the past. Okay. Okay, so that... I guess during that whole thing, with like, I guess starting from maybe Jiahui and Zhang I'm guessing that all takes place in the past. Like, I guess before Perry was being chased down by Springfield. Yeah, I'm really curious, man. I'm guessing right now we're going to see a different perspective that leads up to that moment with Springfield chasing down Perry. Sorry, Master. We haven't been able to find Miss Perry. I see. However, we did discover some clues. Clues? Yes. Given Perry's unusual behavior last night, Tintoresi and I went back to investigate that alley. We managed to find this. Springfield shows me a picture. A narrow door stands out prominently against the wall. The door is located in an out-of-the-way spot. We completely missed it in the darkness last night. The clutter blocking the door was moved when we got there. It's clear someone went through it recently. What you were saying is someone was indeed talking to Perry, and then left the door, left through that door. Yes. Afterwards, Tintoresi and I went through the door. Can you guess where it leads us? Let us. I still had a basic sense of direction even though I was drunk last night. It's next to Jacob's place, right? But I don't recall seeing any door on the wall when I paid him a visit. That's because the door was obstructed by decorative fabrics. It's hard to tell when you're not looking for it. Jacob enjoys flaunting his wealth. I remember this place being heavily guarded by security and packed with surveillance systems. Yes, manager and I took notice of that. The secret door outside is within the field of view of one of the cameras. As long as the guards were doing their job, they'd have spotted any movement. Unfortunately, they looked pretty hostile to our presence, which is why we decided to come back and brief you on the discovery. Perhaps it would be better if you paid him a visit yourself. Hopefully Miss Polinitsa's favor still carries some weight. Would you still need Polinitsa's favor if you're really in a hurry? Brokers are traders as well. Communication is always preferable to violence, isn't it? Fine, let's go. As Tintoresi, Springfield, and I arrive at Jacob's place, a commotion can be heard ahead. No, you people owe me an explanation. What do you mean you can't find him? All my men who are participating installed that system as required. There must be something wrong with the system. Sir, please understand, all vehicles equipped with the system will transmit their live coordinates back to us. What's happening to your companion might be due to damage to his vehicle, which could be causing the onboard software to malfunction. You may try to contact him via other means. As much as the staff tries to ease old Neil down, they are unable to quell his anger. You think I'd be here in the first place if I could reach him? Where's Jacob? Tell him I... Ooh. A loud bang interrupts the dispute. In the deafening silence, the sharply dressed broker saunters out of the door, with his bodyguard emerging behind him with a pistol in hand, coldly scanning their surroundings. What's all the fuss about? Jacob! Old Neil suddenly lunges forward, but is immediately restrained by the bodyguard. Explain yourself. It's been hours since the rally ended, and not only has my man not returned, your broken system can't even locate him. You were the ones who told us to shut down our positioning systems because it'll interfere with the rally. Staring at the struggling old man, Jacob shakes his head in dismay. Alas, incompetent, foolish, and prone to violence. This is exactly why I hate dealing with you, Yellowzone Hicks. You have more in common with those bandits outside than with the brokers. What do you mean? Think before you start barking. If your men went missing during the rally, then you should first be asking those Varjagers, Elids, or the collapse storms outside, not shouting at the organizer of this event. It's not your first ride in the Yellow Zone, much less your first time taking part in the investments promotion. Although it isn't always this straightforward, when has it ever been completely safe? Don't tell me you can't even handle this little bit of risk. You... Old Neil's face flushes with anger, yet Jacob's speech instantly deflates his momentum. Let him go. Jacob taps on Old Neil's shoulder. As the organizer, my compass there is there to provide everyone with a guarantees of safety through our utmost efforts. Look, my friend here also received the coordinates I provided, so he could go find his lost doll. Isn't that right? Jacob suddenly brings us into the conversation. I hesitate for a moment before nodding. See? There's nothing wrong with the compass. But... You can calm down and go home to wait for his return, or you can go out there yourself and find him. Either way, throwing a tantrum here won't help. Seeing Jacob is about to leave, Springfield and I quickly approach him. Mr. Jacob, please wait a moment. Jacob squints and glances over us, then turns his head to speak to his secretary without lowering his voice. Just handle them for me. Remember, don't make me waste on trivial matters while I'm busy entertaining my important guest. I understand. After his departure, the young secretary approaches us. Hello. May I be of assistance? Right. One of our companions went missing. It sounds like the same conversation as old Neil. I see. Okay. You can go back to your post. The secretary nods at the head bodyguard who has come to assist with the investigation, then turns back to us politely. Although we really wish we could offer some sort of assistance, we are unfortunately powerless in the matter. As you can see, I just spoke with our head bodyguard. No guard on duty saw anyone exiting that door last night, according to him. It was pretty dark outside. Are you sure they didn't miss it? I can't give you a guarantee, but they're qualified security personnel my employer hired from the safety zones. I have faith in their professionalism and responsibility. What about the surveillance? Can we see footage from that angle during that time? Unfortunately, there was a problem. With that surveillance camera, and all of last night's recordings were lost. Wow, that sucks. And there's no backup from the central server? Sadly, the central server only receives the records from the cameras after midnight to save on memory. Therefore, last night's footage can't be accessed. I understand, but I'm really worried about my missing friend. Is it possible for me to talk with the guard who was on duty last night? Even a little bit of info can help us greatly. I'm afraid that can't be done. The team who was on duty was sent to a warehouse off-site to safeguard the cargo loading process. It'll be a while before they return. How convenient. This is clearly more of an excuse than anything else. Anyone can go through that door if they manage to find it, but with this kind of response, Jacob must be involved somehow. The missing person is a very important friend of ours. With how dangerous the contamination zone is, and how many teams also experiencing accidents today, we can't afford to waste a single minute. Additionally, losing a dear friend during an event hosted by Mr. Jacob will likely be terrible publicity for him. Springfield. I turned to her, surprised by her sudden interjection. To my knowledge, Springfield was never the type to display the emotional card, nor would she ever be so rash to provoke her adversaries without first gaining control of the situation. Springfield's words clearly throw the secretary off his momentum. If he is also someone, like he said, hired from the safety zone, he can't possibly tolerate a threat coming from a doll. I see that the doll under your command have quite the personalities and are quite outstanding. May I ask, is it possible for the one who went missing to have left on her own volition? Are you suggesting she abandoned us? What I mean is that Perry demonstrated excellent performance in the first day's rally. Excellent dolls naturally get more attention and thus more options. Of course, that's just a baseless assumption on my part, but you can rest assured that she can't be in as much danger as you imagine, given the survival skills she demonstrated on the first day. I see. So that's how it is. I turned to look at Springfield, only to meet her gaze halfway through. After briefly exchanging glances, we both arrive at the same conclusion. I'll check with the others to see if I can find more. Thank you for Jacobs and your assistance. You're most welcome. We will also keep an eye out for you and wish you the best of luck in finding your companion. After bidding farewell to the young secretary and the bodyguard, Santaresi, Springfield, and I head back to our place. The gentle smile slowly fades from Springfield's face. Commander, Manager, do you have any findings? Yeah, you've got some too? Not sure, but I know that you two wouldn't have left without getting the answer you wanted. We only used the term companion from this morning because we thought a doll going missing wouldn't be taken seriously. But none of us ever clarified that the companion was Perry, right? Oh. Is this what you meant when you told us to not put all the goods on the shelves right away, Manager? It's not that complicated. Following the chaotic tire marks, Jiahui and Zhang Yu's pursuit pushes deeper and deeper into the wilderness. You know full well that this is a trap, Jiahui. Continuing to chase them down like this is playing right into their hands. Whether it's a successful trap or not depends on the timing. We didn't give chase right away back there, so they think their trick had failed. And even if the chances are slim, you won't give up an opportunity to rescue Aminda, right? Good. You know, your straightforward personality is kind of growing on me as of late. Don't you worry, with me around, you'll never have to suffer the kind of sorrowful memories Ada did. Thanks. Hey, look over there, Jiahui. Lots of little dots moving about near the valley entrance. Looks like a party over there. Wait, I think there are two groups fighting over there. I can see it. There are Varjagers fighting against a ambush broker team. Prepare for combat. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it does seem like Jacob is definitely becoming more sus now. I mean, at first I was kind of like indifferent of him. You know, he was just like there. Of course, you can definitely see him as a bad guy. I think he does have that bad guy look to him. It's like, you know, when you compare like the looks of like I guess like the UV events, that one guy, the old guy, like he looks friendly. Then you got Jacob who looks, you know, he feels like he's got like a trick up his sleeve. Like he can be cooperative, but I feel that there's something definitely happening behind the scenes. Alright. Nice. With Jiahui and Zhang Yu's support, the Varjagers are quickly beaten back and they retreat. A petite figure leaps out of the back seat. The moment that the broker's vehicles come to a stop, she runs in and throws herself into the arms of Jiahui. Jiahui! Aminda, what's with? Jiahui looks toward the jeeps. An elderly broker also hops out of his jeep and starts smoking while squatting on the ground, having just survived a life or death situation. Aminda slowly finds her composure after crying for a good while, and Jiahui helps her wipe away her tears. So, what happened before this? My team and I followed the route our partner scouted yesterday. She assured us that it was safe and all, that there were no Elid hives or Varjager camps in the vicinity. That's what we thought, until we ran into Varjagers halfway through. Those thugs were vicious and kept chasing after me. I was separated from my teammates while trying to shake them off, and the entire team got lost as well. My jeep crashed in the end, and then I escaped from it. Thankfully, I ran into old Neil. If it wasn't for his aid, I wouldn't be around anymore. Jiahui, I just spoke with the brokers over there. Their leader is called Neil, and he's also participating in the fair. They came out of here to find our companion that went missing during the rally. Yeah, old Neil was concerned when he learned that we were attacked by Varjagers, Plus, I also wanted to find my partner, which is why we didn't immediately head back. But it's really dangerous out here with the Varjagers running around. While brokers always play tricks at each other's expense, we also have a bottom line. So long as we're partners, we will trust and support each other. Otherwise, it's really hard for humans to survive in decontamination zones. Not to mention, brokers of the same team might have grown up in the same settlement. Everyone simply wanted to survive at first, before eventually becoming an underground broker. It's just like old Neil's missing friend. Old Neil had watched him grow up. It's not someone that he can simply ignore. In the swirling wind and choking dust, Aminda pours out the helplessness of the situation, her eyes brimming with tears. It is not uncommon for a child of this age to shed tears, except they would usually cry over things like a bad score in an exam, a silly dress, or a lost toy. Is she really a child? Because, sometimes sometimes you can't tell with some characters. But dang, dude, this is a scary environment for her to be in if she really is a child. I mean, like, already, like, like, getting shot at in a car. Like, participating in this rally that's, like, really dangerous. Like, full of elites and Varjagers and other brokers, like, shooting each other. And yeah, like, I do wonder with the, with people shooting at each other. It's like, I know this is supposed to be, like, somewhat of a safe rally. But then you have, like, guns. I'm not sure if they have, like, rubber bullets or something like that. So that they don't actually harm the participants. Aminda purses her lips and lowers her head. Seeing this, Jongyu pats the girl's cheeks. My, it's fine. Don't worry, Jiahui and I are here now. The Varjagers won't dare come back. Jongyu, you escorted Minda and old Neil's team back to the fair. I'll stay around and look for more clues. Yep, just leave it to me. Watch out while you're by yourself. I'll come back right after dropping them off. Aminda, give me all you have on your partner. Appearance, vehicle model, last known coordinates, etc. But Jiahui, old Neil's companion. Don't worry, don't you know me by now? Jiahui affectionately pats Aminda's head. Thank you. Anyway, that's why I'll be remaining in the area to look for Aminda's and old Neil's missing friends. I see, copy that. Won't you stop me, Commander? Why should I? I believe in your judgment. Even if I refused and told you to back off, would you actually set tights during this precious window of opportunity? I thought we knew each other well enough already, but guess I still have more work to do. Commander, go on, bring back our poor victims. Roger. After hanging up Jiahui's comm, I resumed browsing the data brief just sent back to me. As I scan through the activity reports on Varjagers in the past few years, a frown slowly creeps up my face. At my side, Springfield looks into the reports with intrigue. What's the matter, Commander? Something's wrong with the data brief provided? This area feels off. According to Brief's intelligence, the Varjagers operating this area are notorious for their unhinged brutality. Not only are settlements nearby constantly raided by them, they've even tried to take them down with the Great Wall Railway a few years back. They've been acting more restrained since then. They're no longer in direct conflict with the railway garrison, but they still harass the brokers, bounty hunters, and PMCs in the area. An incident from a while ago reported them raiding a PMC convoy from the Green Zone. It says that their precision-engineered heavy machinery was looted. Security companies tasked with transporting heavy machinery are usually equipped with some hefty firepower. To think these Varjagers dared to mess with them. Yeah, on top of that, according to local witnesses, these Varjagers would also go around and seize all sorts of machines to modify into new pieces of equipment to bolster their strength. A fleeting train of thought drifts through my mind, but I can't quite get a hold of it. Pushing it aside, I redirect my focus back on the activity reports, skimming through piles of records of raids against brokers in recent years. Loud commotions echo through the fair and reach my ears. The disappearance of several teams during the rally hasn't hampered any of the liveliness. Death is but a daily occurrence here. The watered-down liquor one drinks the nights before may very well be the fine wine they reminisce about before their demise tomorrow. In such a hostile environment. Springfield. This is where Jacob made a name for himself, right? Going by what Polanitsa said the other day. Nobody knows what he went through during these years, only that he re-emerged as an influential broker. What do you think the chances are that a broker can rise so quickly and prominently in an area infested with Varjagers? Hmm, that does sound suspicious. Springfield stares thoughtfully at the reports, then gently smiles. Just leave it to me, Commander. Gathering intel on a broker's background is my specialty. So, like, are we thinking that Jacob is actually working with the Varjagers? Hey, it's where did this diner gate went? This lion, it was like there one time. Yeah, I haven't. I don't even know. It was like there for one story and then never again shown again. I thought it'd be like a recurring character, man. It's so cute. Diner gate. Blood. Blood everywhere. The stench of rust mixed with a rotten odor whiffs through the air and blows through those stiff corpses. Vehicles have been riddled with bullets and overturned. The drivers and their passengers have all perished. Some were dragged out of their seats and bludgeoned to death. Others were left with a bullet lodged inside their skull. The scenery is painted with heckish brutality and barbarism. Varjagers. Jahui moves through what's left of the brokers. Despite her best efforts, she can't find anything useful intact, not even a piece of cloth to use as a cerament? I don't know what that is. At last, Zhao Hui comes to a stop, casts her eyes downward, and her grip tightens on the terminal. On the screen, the person smiling broadly is lying in front of Zhao Hui. Her once healthy tan skin is now covered in dark purple bruises. Bastards. Rage overwhelms Zhao Hui's senses as she clenches her fist tightly. I will never forgive them. Barely containing her anger, Zhao Hui marches toward an overturned vehicle. Let me at least remove the body from the driver's seat first. Such thoughts fly through her neural cloud as she crawls into the vehicle, about to ignore all the filth and bloodstains, except the interior seems to be in a far better state than she anticipated. All except for its displaying screen, the compass system, which is capable of sending the vehicle coordinates to rescuers, has been completely destroyed. But, with a lingering suspicion, Zhao Hui walks over to another overturned vehicle to take a gander. It's been destroyed too. So the compass is... Yeah, man, the more we go through the story, the more suspicious Jacob is. Like, at first, I thought he was indifferent. But, like, he does have that antagonist look to him. But now, like, it's getting all more fishy here. With the compass, and him, like, being in this area just filled with Varjagers, apparently, like, ambushing people. Yeah, it's very suspicious now. The doubts in her mind gradually intensify, eventually evolving into a deeper resentment and dread. Zhao Hui patches into a call with the commander. Zhao Hui. I found Aminda's partner, Commander. Her tone doesn't sound too reassuring. Are they gone? Yes, all of them gone, including Aminda's partner. Please continue. More importantly, Commander, all their vehicles have had their compasses systematically destroyed. Systematically? Are you saying that it's not an isolated incident? Yes, I examined the vehicle's interiors. This can't happen by chance. If I recall correctly, the one you and Zhang Yu found. Correct, Commander. The system on board Aminda's vehicle was intact. And it just so happens that the Varjagers were setting an ambush there. It wasn't a coincidence, nor were they just sitting around hoping for the best. They knew how the compass worked, and that someone would come to check on the coordinates. Zhao Hui, head back to Aminda's abandoned vehicle right now. Roger. I'll have Sabrina head there ASAP after picking up mailing from the Elmo. Just what I had in mind. Zhao Hui ends the communication and hops back into her own vehicle. Okay. I didn't even realize Zhao Hui had her own vehicle. I thought she was like on foot, like after separating with them. Look how cool she is, man. Commander, target locked. Go crush them. Alright, let's do it. I like how, like, nowadays, I'm like using the battles here just to, just talk about the story. Let it auto battle. Yeah, it's like, I guess, yeah, when it comes to story, like, one of my main complaints about this game so far, even though it makes sense, because, this is definitely made for, like, newer players, like, with the levels and stuff. It's not supposed to be scaled to, like, what I am right now to the max level. And that's why we have, like, the challenge mode and all the other game modes that we have. But yeah, as for, like, just enjoying the story, I guess, yeah, for me, it's just mainly consuming the story here. What the heck was that? Wait, how did it go down? Here, Jiahui. Yeah, I'm so confused now that Sabrina is here. But yeah, I'm just gonna go under the assumption that Perry is, like, in her own world. I think I'm guessing that's what it is. Sabrina waves enthusiastically at Jiahui, who has just arrived. Pardon me for being late. I got held up by some elids on the way here. I should have arrived first, otherwise. It's okay, but the mailing is really here. It's just, I feel like I rarely see her outside of the Elmo. I feel like she's always in there. So it's just weird to see her, like, out in the open like this. Johei nods in understanding. I guess she was, like, it wasn't, like, in an early story, like, she was actually outside to take someone's place or something? I kind of forgot. But yeah, I feel like, I'm gonna guess this might be, like, her second or third time being outside of the Elmo. Because I feel like I always see her there. Or at least in a dangerous area like this, I know. You already mentioned it during the call earlier. The compass on Aminda's vehicle has been destroyed. This is the car you saw earlier, right? And the compass was still functioning back then? Yes, otherwise the organizers wouldn't be able to send us its coordinates. That means someone came over and sabotaged it after you left? Anyway, we just want to make sure that it is the same vehicle. Let's brief the commander on the situation first. Jiahui nods, then patches into the channel with the commander. After being briefed by Jiahui on the situation, the realization that my suspicions are gradually becoming a reality causes me a sudden headache. Despite knowing the compass can send out location data, coming back to destroy it after the ambush has failed is far too deliberate. Mei-Ling, is there any way it can be repaired? It's completely busted. Unless we can gain access to the server of the organizer or another vehicle with the compass installed, we're out of options. I've always been a bit suspicious of it, Commander. While this rally has no official track, the participants would converge near the checkpoints, where the organizer would also have many logistical and support personnel stationed. But all the incidents occurred mid-race, when the participants were dispersed and by themselves. Even with the Varjager's familiarity with the terrain, it's hard to execute such precise interceptions. And according to Aminda, they're capable of organizing an effective pursuit even after the ranks have been scattered. You're suggesting that these Varjagers also have access to the live position data of the participants? Yes. We're on the same page then. The destroyed compass systems are more of a cover-up than anything else. As long as Jacob doesn't make the system public, it will be hard to narrow things down. But some teams made it back successfully. I can check their compass to find the receiver. The organizer would fiddle with the compass under the pretext of data logging and verification at every checkpoint and the finish line. If Jacob really has ties to the Varjagers, then the evidence would have been wiped clean by now. Then we're just screwed. Not to mention that, going by your earlier theory, Perry's disappearance is also connected to this Jacob. No way that guy would just spill the beans. Shall we take more drastic measures, Commander? Jacob, the rallying the brokers, the abnormal Varjagers, Perry's disappearance, a massive jumbled information spirals into chaos. The hesitation isn't born out of fear, but caution, lest we set off the kind of fuse that's indifferent to who will be caught in the blast. Commander, perhaps now is not yet the right time. Springfield quickly interjects herself into the conversation after quietly listening beside me this whole time. Since we're dealing with a broker, we should approach him on those terms as well, Commander. Seems like you already have a plan. I did run a small, inconspicuous business in the Green Zone after all. You can relax and entrust this to me. A glance at Springfield as she smiles softly, a barely noticeable glint of cunning flashing through her narrowed eyes. Of course, when it comes to you, have I ever had any doubts? In that case, Mainling and Sabrina, you two head back to the fair and check the other vehicles just in case. Right. Jiahui, I already ordered Zhongyu to rendezvous with you. After you meet up, keep searching for the other missing personnel and Perry's whereabouts. Remember, no need to hold back, but don't lose your cool either. I understand. Inside the Varjager camp, the leader picks up an anonymous call. Lavrenti. It's kind of hard to say and also look at the name at the same time. Lavrenti. How's the harvest coming along? Smooth sailing. The amateurs we mark on the first day have all been taken care of. If not for that old dude Jacob being such a craven, we'd have gotten more. Don't get greedy. We have to whittle them down little by little. All of the big fish are reserved for the last day. The fair needs to be rendered powerless first for us to seize all these supplies. If not, that little sheep Jacob would have been raised for nothing. No problem. Are you sure you took care of all the transmitters? Don't let anyone trace it back to you. So what if we've been traced? We're about to pull the rug anyway. The hearty laughter over the comms make the Varjager leader realize how his pride has gotten the better of him. You fool, Baka. that eek. It's pretty much what the Varjager sound like when they get defeated or damaged, right? When I tell you to take care of it, you take care of it. We'll be in a boatload of trouble if anyone finds out that we have dealings with Jacob. Remember, we're just your average Varjagers who happened to take notice of the broker's fair and decided to raid on it the last day. Tell your brothers to put on their best impression of short-tempered and violent bandits. Yes, boss. I was just joking. I took care of it all. Only one got away first, but I went back and made sure it was destroyed. Good. The moment Brief and the brokers discover we're behind the whole thing, our plan in other areas will be ruined. Don't make yourself a pain in the butt for me and the boss. Got it. Seeing the others' anger subside, the Varjager lets out a sigh of relief. He has witnessed firsthand how ruthless and impartial this person is with their punishments. If possible, he hopes to never fall into their hands. There's nothing else, boss. Some brothers reported that one bounty hunter apparently showed up again, the one who wouldn't give up, and ended up taking down one of our layers. They spotted his dolls during the ambush today. They're most likely at the field right now. You mean the one Gerard encountered? Yeah, that one. Those dolls are something to be reckoned with, but we just got our hands on our big boy recently. They would have been a real inconvenience had it arrived just a few days late. Now with the big boy's modification complete and ready for deployment, it'll sure come in handy when we're reeling in the net. It won't be so easy with that guy around. The other side of the comm pauses for a second. What about the doll that came to us? How's it going? The neural override program has been injected as per procedure, but it's running slower than usual. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I'm guessing Perry is in the process of being overwritten. And yeah, like, I guess, you know, what she sees from her perspective, like, it's a bit different. That is interesting. The doll that came to us, by the way. So wait, like, Perry went to them on her own volition? I'm kind of confused about that. That sounds a bit sus. I thought maybe it's like done in a way where, like, I don't know if these guys were like planning things out back at the resort. I'm guessing the Moppies. Because yeah, what I'm thinking right now is the Moppies were first affected, and then Perry. But yeah, I'm still kind of confused about the whole thing. I did check the back end, and it's still running without any error. Sure, like you said, she's a high-end doll after all. It's only natural for her neural cloud to have some robust firewalls. Looks like we'll have a change of plan. Lavrenti, get the brothers ready to fight and wait for my signal. Also, keep an eye on the override program and wait for it to complete. This doll is about to come in handy. Gotcha. Alright, there we go, man. Oh shoot. I didn't mean to press whatever I might have pressed there. Okay. Now what is up next? Oh, it's just a cutscene. Okay. Yeah, you can't continue on that, right? Man, still ways to go, man. Gotta keep on going. Okay. Gotta keep going, man. Data erased. Data erased. Data erased. Harry is curled up in the darkness. That's kinda scary, man. It hurts. It hurts. The irreversible neural meltdown causes her to scream and screech in agony. Bang. With the memories of Springfield destroying her vividly etched into her mind, the deafening gunshot rings out endlessly, tormenting Perry's already frail mind. Why? The rumbling of the train also echoes in her ears, followed by the sudden downturn in the tide of battle. After all, that vulnerability has already been patched. Huh? Why did it fail? It hurts. Perry increases her force. She can feel the joints of her body creaking. The override program tears through her mind without mercy, erasing fragments of her memory. The hollow left behind makes her curl in pain, tears rolling down her cheeks. Gone. Something important vanished. What happened? Why? Why did Springfield deviate from the assimilation sequence? Why would she attack me? What is Springfield? Deviates from the assimilation sequence? Okay. So it's like this neural override thing, it's doing a simulation right now? How did the simulation sequence run into an error? Please tell me. Why? Please, why? Harry shouts into the darkness, babbling incoherently while frantically demanding answers. Alas, only silence answers her. The voice in the darkness that has guided her along the way has truly vanished. Did that override program find me? Did it find us? What should we do? I can't do anything right, even before it detected us. Even with your help, I was barely able to move forward. What should I do now? Hey, tell me. Am I heading to that terrifying abyss again? No, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I don't want to lose my memory again. She is in complete turmoil. With her mind fractured and her body in agony, Perry is slowly driven to the edge of insanity. She trembles, trying to maintain her sanity, but fear and pain keep clouding her thoughts. However, this is not the end for her. Huh? What is this? In the pitch dark of her neural space, Perry sees a doorway bathed in light. It's a doorway she knows all too well. It's the one that saved her when she failed to resist the neural overwrite. It's the one she stepped through countless times at the urging of that voice. It's the one that would eventually help her find a key to escape from the program. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I just had to answer the phone. But yeah, here we go. I don't know if I read this, but I'm just gonna go away. Like, keep on going forward. Is the simulation sequence still running? As long as it's running, I still have a chance. Seeing what she thought was lost has now returned to her, Perry firmly clasped her gun again. It's so warm. During the countless attempts that yielded no result, she would desperately try to hold on to the innumerable warm yet fuzzy fragments of her mind like this. The searing pain coursing through her body reminds Perry once again that these remnants of her mind are slipping away. She knows full well that relinquishing this chance given by the voice means the override process will be completed in no time. By then, none of these precious fragments will survive. I was still kind of confused about this voice. I thought maybe the voice was bad, but apparently it's good. Like, I thought the voice was like, I guess, whatever, like, virus that she got or something that's like taking over. So relinquishing, which is like, you know, it's a let go in a way. The chance given by the voice means the override process will be completed in no time. Okay, so it sounds like the voice is good because she doesn't want the override process to be done. Okay, let me just keep going. I'm sure everything will be explained at the end. Which means that Perry will stop being Perry. I don't want that. There are still people waiting for me. Those are my most precious treasures. She has yet to find Master, and she does not want to forget all the memories of her friends. More importantly, someone is waiting for her return. No matter what she has lost, she will never, ever forget that person. I cannot stop. I want to protect these things. She wants to see them again. She wants to live with them like before. Not through simulation, not virtually, but to truly see, touch, and feel them again. Even if all I have left, all I can protect now, are just these few scattered fragments. This is not contentment, it's her fear of losing what little remains. Whatever pain lies ahead, I will stop all of this. My neural record must not be lost again. Gritting her teeth, Harry stops or steps to the door. Starting termination code simulation. Okay. Well, yeah, we got more to go. Are we gonna like... I see like robots there. Are we gonna do like the level 2 thing and hack? Oh, wait, we're just straight into the battle. I think that's what this is here. Okay. Like it's supposed to represent like the... I guess the code and all. But yeah, still unclear about like what is up with Perry. Right now I just know her neural cloud, her like memories and stuff is being overwritten. And that apparently the voice is good. I thought maybe the voice would be bad, like leading her to be overwritten. I thought like the voice was like the virus or like whatever she's being overwritten by. But no, that does not seem to be the case. Alright. Yeah, they're getting shot back. Is that an ability of Springfield? I'm guessing so. Sorry, Commander. You've done a great job at covering the tracks. I can't find anything. After returning to the settlement, Mailing and Sabrina immediately checked on the vehicle used by Santaresi in yesterday's rally. It's okay. They're well prepared, which is to be expected. What should we do next, Commander? If we make a big deal out of this without any proof, we'd just be dismissed as clowns, trying to sabotage the competition through slanders and lies. None of the brokers are taking this matter seriously. I even overheard a number of teams still planning to participate in the rally earlier. Yeah, we've got to stop them somehow. We can't let the organizers continue to harm people with this ruse. Don't worry, there must be another way. As I try to calm down the two in the front, a gentle voice suddenly speaks out from behind. Maybe I could handle the evidence, Commander. Springfield, you're back already? Didn't you go contact your informants? As I see her confident demeanor, realization quickly dawns on me. Oh, I see. Everything's been taken care of. Yes, it went smoothly. As for gathering evidence on the compass, I have some ideas of my own, though I'll need to speak with Miss Polanitsa. Eh? Polanitsa? But she isn't even a participant. I doubt her team could offer any evidence. Miss Springfield, I feel like we should talk to the brokers who intend on to keep going. Perhaps... No, it's best not to have any other brokers involved. A ghost in the head of a broker is as unpredictable as the weather in the contamination zone. It's better to not reveal your true intentions this easily until you're certain who's on which side. That being said, I'll head to Miss Polanitsa now, Commander. Springfield flashes me a sly smile. It's not an insignificant deal, but she risks nothing by accepting. I don't think she'll refuse my offerings. Inside a tavern, Jacob negotiates with the individual on the other end of the call. I've seen your client's list, and I have everything he wants. To be frank, I've got far more to offer than what's on the list. Medicines, fuel, these are par for the course for any broker. I, on the other hand, have even more valuable goods, special herbs used for brewing, rare minerals, and other exquisite items, all local specialties you wouldn't be able to find in green and white zones. Other than that, I also have some special channels. Even commodities like autonomous machines can be easily delivered to your clients should the need arise. After all, my team is second to none. Oh, who's this? Alright, Miss Drachen, I just offered you an excellent proposal. What are you hesitating about? You know, it's wise to weigh your options in business. This client of mine deals in bulk and only works with reputable brokers. All the more reason for you to choose me and help make this deal go through. Jacob sets down the wine glass he has been toying with for some time. He stands up and starts pacing around, revealing a cabinet lined with a dazzling collection of vintage bottles behind him. In terms of resources and influence, no one's bigger than me around here. No one knows this place better than I. Fine, but before setting you up, I need to see the goods first. As the intermediary, I don't want to waste my client's time, so I had the responsibility to sift through the options for them. Of course, you're welcome to do so. I'll have my secretary and send you the coordinates of the warehouse right now. As for the time, how about before noon on the day after tomorrow? I will greet you personally. Okay, let's hope your goods will satisfy my clients. Oh, by the way, some items may arrive a few days late. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. However, I am confident that what we have in store will definitely meet your demands. No problem. Just make sure you've got everything ready to ship before the delivery date once we confirm the deal. As a gesture of goodwill and to demonstrate our sincerity of our first collaboration, I will reduce the previously provided quote by... Smiling, Jacob deliberately pauses for a moment. 2%. Jacob takes a sip of his wine, calmly enjoying the stunned silence as he has brought upon the intermediary. He had been waiting for this day to come ever since he completed his first trade, ever since he sold the collapsed piece he'd taken from the pockets of a hunter's corpse. Good job. That's something valuable you picked up. They go for a decent price. To this day, Jacob still remembers the one broker who traversed both safety and contamination zones, the calculating look in his eyes, hidden under wrinkles, as utterly distinct from the decayed, empty pupils of the hunter's corpse. They were different from his own eyes that were turning green from hunger, though both had glimpsed the mortality of their own kind. One was trapped in desperation and only saw the present, while the other weighed the risk and was fixated on the future. Are these the kind of eyes that define a human? Then what does that make himself and others living in the settlement? Such a thought briefly crossed Jacob's mind before being completely replaced by the exhilarating sights of food. On that day, Jacob made the first deal of his life and ate some coarse yet clean bread. The meal was ravenously devoured, and the taste has long escaped his memory. But one thing is certain, it was better than butt cakes. That's a great deal. Drachen's voice drags Jacob back to the present. Of course it is, and I believe it's far better than whatever Polonitso could offer. Upon hearing the name, the person on the screen raises her eyebrows, and a grin breaks out on her face. Mr. Jacob, I didn't expect you to be so well informed. Just the habit of a competent broker. Now, it wouldn't be so pleasant if an old friend snatched your deal, would it? I see. I shall faithfully relay your offer in sincerity. Once again, flashing his affable smile, Jacob raises a glass to a toast at the screen. Well then, to our pleasant collaboration. There we go. That was it. Alright, I think I'll just go ahead, and yeah, we're just gonna go back to the main menu here. It looks like it'll be just a cutscene for the next one here. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and end things off here. Yeah, I feel like there's still ways to go. I know I feel like I've kind of gotten a lot done in this video. but it still feels like it's still kind of slow. I just hope I can do this in time. That's like my main worry right now, because I'm kind of like near the end of this event. But yeah, next time we'll keep on going. Maybe 2 to 3 more videos if I were to guess. If I can maybe, properly read fast enough. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, guys, I think I'll just go ahead and end it here. That'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good